class of 2021 and the class of 71, and a whole bunch of other classes in between. I want to just encourage you guys to savor this time, to savor this week. 4 years of your work and your effort have gone into this week. You're graduating, you've done it, you're at the top of the mountain, getting ready to go to a college like we talked about before. Guess what? You're at the bottom of the mountain again as freshmen. But that's okay, you've had a glorious run here. So I just wanted to commend you guys and just encourage you, please, please, just savor this moment. Savor this moment with each other. So I had an opportunity a couple months ago to talk about half of you. And in that I talked a little bit about some of the key things that I would like to impart with some words. Gratitude was one of them. Optimism was one. So I want to spend just a few minutes kind of recapping that. So those of you who haven't heard, you kind of get an idea of where we're going, because I want to build on that. And then also, for you, those of you who heard it, that I might just kind of be a refresher for you. But as you know, or may not know, 16 months ago I fell, and I broke my neck in the C3, which is not a good place to break your neck, obviously. You can see what it's done to me. But the idea here is I fell. And I learned a lot of things that's changed my life. And I would say it's changed my life a lot to the good. And I want to share some of those, the insights and some of the experiences that I had. So the first thing was, everybody close your eyes. Close your eyes. Come on, there's a couple of you looking around to see if everybody's closing their eyes. They are. Close your eyes. Yeah, Chad, close your eyes. Stop looking around. Stop doing the Ray Charles thing. Okay, everybody close your eyes. Okay, do this. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes. That's how fast I became a quadriplegic. That's as long as it took. I didn't see it coming. I didn't prepare for it. I can't even tell you exactly how it happened, but it happened that fast. And the next thing I remember is being in an ambulance, taken to the hospital. Some guy was telling me his name, and we're going to the hospital, sirens wailing overhead. And then, so I went in, and they told me I'd broken my neck. At the time, I couldn't move my arms and legs, but I could talk and I could breathe on my own. And I thought, well, that's as bad as it's going to get. This tingling sensation will go away and I'll be fine again. I was wrong. So I went in, I had surgery the next day. Surgeon did a wonderful, incredible job. And then when I got out, I was faced with something that was a big surprise to me. Now, not only did I not able to use my arms and legs, I couldn't feel them at all. I was paralyzed from the shoulders down. I couldn't use it, but now my whole core was completely paralyzed. And because when they let me down to do the surgery, I stopped breathing. They had to I was intubated, which means they put a tube down your throat to make sure that you breathe. It wasn't very pleasant. So I woke up, there I am intubated, I got tubes going into me, tubes taking stuff out. And that's really where I started to have to deal with the depression and deal with the circumstance of, oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? I kept wanting to wake up and think this dream is over, but it wasn't gonna happen. So I really had to start to struggle with that. And those first 4 or 5 days were really, really rough. And I thought, I had the doctors telling my wife, as I was laid up in bed, that this is as good as it's going to be. You're going to have to put him in a nursing home or, not urgent care, but, put him in a home, and that's the best he's going to be. Laying in the bed, can't move, can't do anything. And so that's what she was being told now. And I tried to calculate the difference and just say, okay, there's small odds that I'm going to be like this for the rest of my life. There's small odds that I'm going to completely recover. And then there's odds that I'm going to have something happen somewhere in between. And so I started to calculate the odds as far as being a way to kind of deal with this uncertainty, this new burden that I had, this change in my life. I had just retired a year ago. This was not part of my retirement plan. It was a big surprise and a big change, and it happened quickly. And as Kelly Bolger said, it's going to happen to you guys. Something will happen to you guys. You got 180 guys in your class. Things are going to start to happen. So anyways, I went through there. I was in the hospital, and I started to have gratitude about some things. And that was one of the things, the way I overcame the depression and the anxiety that I had. Gratitude. Why was I being gracious about or feeling gratitude about? Well, you know what? I could do this. I could breathe. I can breathe now. Back then I couldn't breathe. I had a tube going down my throat. For probably about 3 months I was on a ventilator. So I couldn't breathe. I had a machine forcing me to breathe sometimes. And so when I was finally able to get out of off the ventilator, I was able to come around and say, just being able to breathe fresh air like that, it meant a lot to me. And so I started to have gratitude just to breathe. Just to breathe like you're breathing now. And also, I was on food tubes, you know, IV. So what that meant was, for 55 days, I couldn't eat anything. Now, you don't get hungry when you're on food tubes, but you can't. But you do get thirsty. And I remember that I got so thirsty, and you can't drink anything. Nothing to drink for 55 days. I could have a little bit of ice every now and then, chew on some ice. So I started to crave even more than a cold beer with a glass of ice cold water. And every time I have that, I have gratitude now for a glass of ice cold water. There's another thing that's going on right now that's still part of my life. I've noticed as I'm looking at the crowd right now. How many of you have itched your face or scratched your hair or done something like that with your hands in the last 5 minutes? I haven't been able to touch my face and scratch my face in 16 months. Do you know how many scratches and itches you have in 16 months? It's crazy what goes on there. So you have to sit there and try to talk someone else into scratching your face or itching. Oh, Greg, he's got the magic hands, I'll tell you. Wow. 15 years and he's still got it, yeah. But I'll tell you, so now, when I do get to the point where I can scratch my face, do you think I'm going to have gratitude for that? I will. And I'm going to have a lot of gratitude for that. And so it's the simple things in life that no matter how hard things are, where I'm laying in bed, I can't move, I'm having a machine force me to breathe for a while, I can't eat, I can't talk, I can't scratch my face, and I'm finding gratitude. And I'm finding gratitude is really important. Happiness is situational. You want to base your life on happiness. But if you can do gratitude, you can find gratitude in any situation. All of you are going to have incredibly stressful times in your life and incredibly wonderful times in your life. Have gratitude for both. Because gratitude will get you through that. You can always find something to have gratitude for. You know, and if you're really struggling on doing that, here's the Mike Freeman Gratitude Development Plan for you. I want you to lay down in a bed. I want you to put ski boots on your feet and boxing gloves on your hands. And just lay down in bed for 8 hours. You can't move. Then I want you to breathe through a snorkel, because that's what it's like to be on a respirator. And have someone come in and every hour or so drop a drop or two of water in your I just blanked on what it was. The snorkel. Thank you for paying attention. For the snorkel. Because, you know, that's what it was like breathing through a machine. And then don't eat, and you can't get up, you can't move, and you can't talk. So anything you need to do, and by the way, you can't change the TV channel. Someone's going to turn it on. You can't hit the computer, you can't watch your movies. You have to try to talk to someone, but you can't talk. So you have to get used to talking to them like, help me, please. And then people will tell you that they can't read your lips. And they can't. But that's the only way that you can communicate. Do that for 8 hours. And then when you take the snorkel off, when you take the gloves off, the boots off, when you can get up and move around, when you can get up and eat solid food, you can be grateful for that. You can be grateful for that. You can always find gratitude in everything you do. And if you find gratitude, you know what else you can find? You can find an optimism. Because if you can find gratitude in the worst circumstance, you can find optimism. That's the second word I wanted to talk to you about, is optimism. Have gratitude and use that for the foundation for getting to be optimism. I'm optimistic that with your prayers and with your help, I'll be walking by the end of this year. That's what I'm going to do. That's my goal right now. Your prayers and your encouragement are helping me to get to that. And if I don't do it at the end of this year, I will walk. I am going to walk. I have an optimism about that. And I know that because of the progress that I'm making right now. So you have to have an optimism. And when you're in a tough time, you have to learn how to do something that's really challenging, which is, how do you realize that, like right now, I'm in a wheelchair. Okay, I have to do this. I can't hold my wife. I had my granddaughter over for the weekend. I can't pick her up. She's 16 months. She's a little intimidated with being in the wheelchair. I can't do a lot of these things. And it's frustrating because I want to. You know? I can eat on my own now. I can almost drink on my own now. But I'm 100% dependent on other people. 100% on everything that I do still. Now that's dropping off, and that's a good thing. That's something else I want to try to do. So what I want you guys to do is, how do you maintain your place where you are and then have an optimism about the place you want to be? And that's a life skill I wish that you guys would do. Because no matter where you are, you can always find something to be grateful for. And if you can find something grateful for, you can always move on into optimism. And you can do that with any situation. So we have gratitude and we have optimism. And that's what I talked about the last time. In the few minutes remaining, what I want to talk to you about are 5 words. Are you ready? It's not about you. Rick Warren wrote a book called The Purpose-Driven Life. And the first 5 words of the book are, it's not about you. Now you guys are graduating from Servite. You guys are graduating, and this year, this time, it is about you. But don't make it be just about you. Make it be about your brothers here also. Make it be about the brothers that you have around, because as Kelly Bolter was saying, these are going to be the guys that are going to be at your wedding. These are the guys that are going to be at your baptisms and your birthday parties and your reunion parties. We got our 50th reunion party coming up. 50. We got guys coming in from all over the place. And that's because it's a special Servite brotherhood. So what I want you guys to do is think about this. Gratitude, optimism. But I'm going to change one word. It's not about you. Because I want to make it more personal. Let's make it be, it's not about me. It's not about me. 5 words. It's not about me. So what do we mean by that? Well, that means get involved with something larger than yourself. Because if you make everything be about you, you're going to be disappointed. You're going to miss a lot of the great things in life. It's not about me. That means get involved with something bigger than yourself. Here, I'll just throw something out to the universe right now. God. Get involved with God. Have a personal, life-changing relationship with Him. Because that will change you. That will guide you. His plan for you. He designed you to be a unique individual. He designed a unique plan just for you. Your adventure in life is to go out and find that plan. And He's given you the equipment, the potential, and the skills, and the talents to do it fully. Get involved with something larger than you. Get involved with something larger. I'll give you another example. When you get married. When you get married. And if you think that's about you, I'm going to guarantee you, your wife will make sure you understand it is not about you. Yeah. It's about her, guys. I'm letting you know right now. Greg and I know. We got about 60 years of marriage between us, or more, and it's about them. So that one's coming your way. There's also, it's not about, if you want to, it's not about me. Invest in your children. You're going to pour into your children. And that'll be the biggest reward. Your children will get you on your knees and get you standing and cheering all on the same day, every day. Ask your parents about what you did to them. But pour into your children, pour into your wife, pour into your God. Pour into something that's bigger than you. If you got a passion, a cause, pour into it. Pour into that and make it be something that's larger than you, that it's not about you. You know? For those of you, how many of you plan on getting married? Raise your hand. All right. Let's do this. You know what? You know what the statistics say? Hey, the statistics say this. Half of you are going to get divorced. Catholic. So I want you to do this. I want you to do this. Look at the guy to your left and say, is that you? Look at the guy to your right, is that you? Look at the guy across the room, is that you? Yeah, well, you're going to have to be there for each other. You're going to be there for each other. When life gets tough, and when you're celebrating life, you will be there for each other. All right? So here's what I want you to do. And the class of 71's been trying to role model this for you. We tried to do this great adventure with you. You know, when you make things not about you, things will happen. You know what? Because no one owes you another day of life. You know, we say have a good day. We say things like, you know, every day is a gift. But do we really mean that? Do we really understand that? Because no one owes you a day of life. No one owes you a life that's full of justice. No one owes you a life that's full of fairness. So when you have justice and fairness happen in your life, when you get that other day of life, have gratitude for that, rather than expect it to be that way the whole time. But when you get out beyond yourself, you'll find that that's easier to do. You're going to help people. You're going to find that God's plan for you, His potential for you, and you'll have an incredible adventure. So those are the words that I wanted to share with you. The class of 71 wanted to role model that for you. So we've tried to do what we could. You know, COVID got in the way. I mean, I commend you guys so much, because you guys, COVID wasn't fair, was it? And you guys, from the back half of your junior year and most of your senior year, had to deal with COVID-19. And you did an incredible job. And you guys, it's so impressive. I tell you what, we try to get on your guys' calendar. You guys, in the last 3 months or so, have put a whole senior year into 3 months and have done an incredible job. An incredible job. That's what I'm talking about. Have gratitude for the times that you have now. Have gratitude because what you've gone through together now, with COVID-19 and all the other things that have happened in you that I don't know about, that's what's going to refine you. That's what's going to help you. That's what's going to be, that memory, that bonding is what's going to get you through later on in life, as Kelly was saying. So here's what I want you to do. We also, as a class of 71, we have some things we want to share with you. We're working on a memento for you. Mm-hmm. We're still working on that. We'll announce it to you shortly in the next couple of weeks, maybe the next month or so. So we want to share between the class of 71 and the class of 21. We also have been recording videos, 3-minute videos, of our memories at Servite, and also some of the things that we have, some of the insights, some of the stories. And our goal has always been to encourage and to equip you guys. And so that's what we're going to do. I'll give you the address of where to go. So if you want to hear our memories at Servite, and you want to see some of the shenanigans that we did, and you want to hear some of our guidance, and we'll build on this for you. Because we don't want to have the relationship we have with you guys to end now. We want to continue on. So the other thing you'll be getting from us is we'll give you a list of names and contacts, and whenever you guys have a problem, we'll be there for you. You can call us up, you can send us an email, text, whatever you want to do. We'll be there for you. We'll try to help you with your questions. There's things that we've talked about, like buying a house and managing budgets and marriage and how to be a good husband and a good dad. That's good to know, but you guys aren't doing all that right now. At least I hope you're not. But when you do, we'll be there available for you. Well, we'll be available for you. So that's something else we'll be sharing with you. So we want to make sure that this relationship, because as you graduate from here, guess what? Now you're going to be Servite alumni. The other thing I wanted to know is I've heard some rumbling that some of you guys want to have another card game night because you think you're good in poker now, right? Play some blackjack. How many hands up? Yeah. Yeah, we can arrange that, but this time the gloves come off. We'll be playing with you, okay? We'll have some real fun. So do this with me. Yeah. So remember these 7 words. All right? Gratitude. Always find gratitude. You can always find gratitude in every situation you can. Optimism. It'll help you find the best outcome of every situation you're looking at. And finally, it's not about me. Can you say that with me right now? Can you say gratitude? Gratitude. Optimism. Optimism. It's not about